seen the attraction of barbecues myself. I mean, sausages burnt to a crisp on the outside, yet frozen in the middle.
Yeah, well, Dad likes them. And since you're still in the doghouse, you might try and make the best of it.
Yeah, so run along and go and get some more chairs out or something. I presume there is some point to playing happy families.
I'm meeting Don Clough at 12, so you'll need to cover for me so Dad doesn't notice me go.
Don't worry, I'll keep the party bubbling.
Yeah, will you stop fussing? I can manage.
I'm only trying to help.
Is that why you're telling tales on the boys?
I know you don't believe me, but it's the truth.
Or are you just trying to turn me against them?
Look, I know they're your own flesh and blood, but if you don't listen to me, they're going to carve you up between them.
Joseph, I just don't understand. I gave you plenty of money. If you needed more, you just had to ask. Did someone push you into this? Were you being bullied? If something's wrong, you've got to tell me, and then maybe I can ring your teacher, and then maybe you can go back to summer camp.
Don't want to. Hated it.
Is that why you got yourself into trouble, so you could be sent home?
Can I go to my room now?
Yes, okay. But we're going to have to talk about this later. I just don't know where I've gone wrong.
It's not your fault. He's got to take some responsibility. He's the one who's been caught stealing.
Yes, I suppose, but think about it. His father's not long dead. I'm the only family he's got. And then I send him away to somewhere he doesn't even want to be.
But he's back now. And it's time he learnt the difference between right and wrong.
I don't think I can be that hard on him. He knows I'm up in court. If I go to prison, he could face losing me for years. It's bound to make him feel insecure.
That's not going to happen. You're going to win this case. And everything is going to be fine. And as for Joseph, maybe you should let me deal with him.
You finished the sports section?
Sorry, not yet, no. There you are. Have the business.
No thanks.
Hey, maybe you should. You ought to be looking for new opportunities.
Oh, yeah, because I'm going to mount a takeover bid for ICI.
Well, you're not going to get anywhere sitting around here moping all day.
It's a bank holiday.
I'm working. I've been chasing up contacts all morning.
Hey, congratulations. I haven't got any contacts.
Well, you're not going to find them sat on your backside. You could come down to the shop with me.
You expecting a bevy of business contacts to drop in?
No, but I could use some help getting it ready for Viv coming back tomorrow. I want her to be impressed with how I've kept things going. Well, go on, you might as well. At least it'll get you out from under my feet. Come on.
Come on.
What's going on?
Effie's asked me to take Joseph on my rounds.
Well, I thought she was looking after him.
No, she's taken Jean to the gym club, and apparently he'd soon get bored with that, and since the devil makes work for idle hands, she thought he'd be better off with me.
I'm not sure that's a good idea.
Yes, took a bit of convincing myself, but maybe she's right. It's about time he learns how the estate runs.
OK.
I want to talk to you about this land sale.
It's all in hand, Dad.
Yeah, well, it's going a bit slow.
You're not supposed to be worrying about work. Relax. Have a drink, read the papers. That's what bank holidays are for.
Can't you make sure he takes things easy?
Come on.
Unless you'd stop treating me like an invalid.
You know, maybe you should ask yourself why they don't want you talking about the business. And here's something else for you to think about. Did you know Zoe's knocked down the price on Home Farm?
This must have been a great place to be brought up. You've got acres to play in. When I was your age, we had a garden the size of a postage stamp. You got all sorts of wildlife and... Look, I can see you're not enjoying this, but you could make a bit of an effort. You know, Zoe's got enough on her plate without you being a pain in the... Hey, looks like we've got unwanted visitors.
Poachers?
Yeah. Listen, you better get back to the vehicle while I deal with them.
I want to help.
No, you'll only get in the way. Get back in the car and wait till I call you.
Is this all you got?
Not much selection, sorry.
It's my stepmom's birthday.
Well, we've got some chocolates and stuff.
Ah, she's not really that kind of woman.
Oh, well, you could try the antiques barn. We've got some interesting stuff.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Now, you see, I bet you could have sold her something if you'd really put your mind to it. You'd be top class in retail.
Yeah, that's why I'm stacking shelves.
You mustn't let a little setback get you down.
Look, I know you're trying to encourage me, but it's really not helping.
Things aren't as bad as they seem.
My business has just gone belly up. I've got no money, no prospects of a job. My fiancée wants a house that Posh and Bex would be proud of. Things couldn't get much worse.
Gotcha. I told you to stay in the car.
I was just trying to help.
Well, you've messed it up now.
We can still catch him.
No.
What's the big deal with Home Farm anyway?
You don't know much about family history, do you?
Your father and Frank Tate used to be big business rivals.
He never missed a chance to con me out of a contract. That's how he made his million first.
Home Farm is his way of flaunting it.
Yeah. I've been waiting a long time to put that straight.
Well, maybe now's your chance.
No. His daughter won't entertain him.
Where's the invalid?
Hey.
Brought someone to see you.
Hello. Hey, Thomas. Hello, mate. Where is she? Come on. There you go. Hey. Will you go inside on the table? There's a old doll. Fetch it out, will you? I've got some presents for you, too.
Right, you get off to Don Clough. Make sure you get a good offer.
Don't worry, I can handle him. A lot better than you can cook.
There's quite an interesting story about this one. It's Victorian. It was given by the son of a local squire to a scullery maid. But when she wore it, she was accused of stealing.
Sounds like one of those third-rate paperbacks you read on trains.
Then she was sent to Wakefield prison and locked up. Now, he knew if he spoke out for it, she'd be freed. But he also knew his family had disowned him forever.
Simon seems really down about his work prospects.
Life goes on. You should always be looking out for the next opportunity.
Easier said than done.
Well, you never get anywhere if you don't take a chance. I'm thinking about selling the vineyard.
I thought you were aiming to be the biggest wine producer in the Dales.
Like I said, you've got to keep your eye out for the next opportunity.
So at dawn, he set sail for America. Stable boy's heart was broken, bless him.
What a load of twaddle. Does anyone ever believe you're rubbish?
Hey, I'll have you know I had a busload of American tourists eating out of my hands yesterday.
More money than sense. I'll take it.
Ah, you see? I did convince you.
No way. I made up my mind as soon as I saw it. I just wanted you to work a bit harder.
Oh, did you now?
And you haven't finished. I want it gift wrapped.
Gift wrapped?
Well, talk's cheap, but I like a man with a bit of flair. We want to make it look special. You can do that, can't you?
Of course I can. Hey, you take a pew, madam. I'll be back in a sec. Paul, she wants it gift wrapping.
Well, there's paper and ribbon in there.
Yeah, but you know I can't do a ball.
Too butch, I suppose.
Oh, please, I just thought, you'd do it.
Are we trying to impress this girl?
Well, I know she's not your type, but you gotta admit she's pretty fit.
And you fancy her?
She likes me too. Well, she keeps laughing a lot. That's a good sign, isn't it?
As long as she's laughing with you and not at you.
Please.
Go on then, keep her engine running. I'll take a minute.
There's just no justice when a man can be cast aside like an old shoe after all that loyal service.
Being so cheerful keeps you going.
What am I going to be cheerful about? Won't be easy finding a new job round here. No manufacturing, farms are all mechanised, and man can be left to rot.
Well, I hope not. I'm looking for work myself.
Big difference. You're unemployed because you messed up your business. I'm victim of unfair dismissal.
Well, you should have talked to me if you felt you were being mistreated.
No point, my boss man's got it in for you.
Oh, Tom King's not like that. I'm sure if you talk to him...
I tried, he won't listen. Been waiting for my contract to finish so I can get in someone younger and cheaper.
Well, he never mentioned anything to me.
Well, why would he? You just want workers.
It's all about profit.
Well, it is not right. And I'm going to tell him that to his face.
I think I ought to be heading home.
No, don't go. You and I ought to stick together now we're both in the same boat. Besides, it's your round.
Hey, you look like a man with an eye for a bargain. I'm waiting for someone. There's still time to look. They're only £3 each. Not interested. These fish are so fresh that half an hour ago they were swimming. This is a private meeting. That's all right. Maybe your mate will be interested. Here, take this and go away. How are you, Don? Good to see you.
Wasn't how you felt when you ditched me to go back to your dad.
Maybe I didn't handle that as well as I might have.
Well, not much you can do about it now. Unless you're thinking about changing sides again.
Not exactly, but I think you'll be interested with what's on offer.
Right, you stay in the car.
Oh.
Hey, I need a lookout. If he sneaks out the back, beep the horn. Understood? Good.
It'll make you the biggest haulage contractor in the Dales.
I'm surprised he's decided to sell now.
King & Sons isn't a one-man band anymore. It wasn't his decision.
How does he feel about it?
Any negotiations will be between you and me. Nobody else needs to be involved.
You mean he doesn't know? Glad you're not my son.
You saying you don't want to do business with me?
Well, if the price is right, I'm interested. As long as you can convince me you can deliver.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Mr. King.
He's not working today. He's up at Holgate.
Right.
You've got some explaining to do.
I don't know what you're on about.
Are you trying to deny you were on home farm land?
I was bird watching. Only using public footpaths is legal, innit?
So why did you run away?
It was that kid launching himself at me. I thought insanity might run in the family.
You had a bag full of our fish.
There are laws against slander, you know. Look, if you try and pin this poaching on me, I'm going to have to mention to the police about the kid's assault. And I doubt if Zoe wants any more trouble right now.
Well, then you and me will just have to settle this outside, man to man.
Hey, there's no need for violence.
How much did you pay for the fish?
15 quid.
Well, then I'll take that as a contribution towards restocking the lake. Did you want a receipt?
We've already discussed this. I don't know why you're going on about it.
He put me in charge of the lads on the bins. He should have just left it to me.
He came to see me, not you, and I didn't sack him. He refused your offer.
Maybe, but I reckon I've done a good job. I thought you were pleased. So I don't understand why you felt you had to jump in over my head.
I do not expect my decisions to be questioned. It's time you boys realise this is still my company and I run it my way.
Take him a week or two to get the money together, but we're on our way.
Oh. What's wrong with you?
Edna. She saw me and Don together.
Calm down. It doesn't mean she knows what we're doing.
Easy for you to say. I'm the one that's in the frame.
So you better get upstairs and put some plain clothes on before she sees you.
What on earth happened?
He fell.
It wasn't Callum's fault. We were chasing poachers.
Do you have any idea how to look after children?
A lot more than you.
Go to your room. I think we'll need to talk about this later.
I'm not sure I want to work for an organisation who can treat a man like that.
What's he been telling you?
That you couldn't wait to get rid of him and get someone younger and cheaper in?
I'm afraid Mr. Skelton's being economical with the truth. We are concerned about his age. We're none of us getting any younger. But I didn't want to sack him.
So what went wrong?
Hurt pride, I guess. We offered him a job in the office, but he didn't want to know. He turned it down, threw it in my face, walked down.
Oh. I should have known that it was him being stubborn. I'm sorry to have bothered you.
If he starts on me, I'm telling him it was your idea.
Whatever happens, we're in this together.
I'll let you get back to your barbecue.
Thank you. Oh, while you're here, perhaps you could fill me in on what's been going on in the office. That land sale seems to be taking a long time.
Well, it's been taken off the market. I thought you'd know that.
It must have just slipped my mind.
I did just see Mr. James talking to Mr. Clough, if that's anything.
Thank you.
I reckon I'm in for a right roasting. Those kids are the most important thing in her life.
Well, if she starts, I'll speak up for you. It was my idea.
Nah, but you two have just started getting on. We don't want to spoil that. Probably best if I take the flak.
Maybe. I won't be able to stay quiet. I've got this stupid habit of speaking my mind.
So I've noticed. You both know that this is a difficult time for me. I was really hoping that I could count on your support. But I've had a lot more than that. I'm really grateful to both of you. And I can't promise that I won't get tetchy with the court case hanging over me, but I just want you both to know that I really appreciate what you're doing.
I want a word with you, Jarvis Skelton.
What's up?
I've just been talking to Tom King, and he says that he didn't sack you at all. You walked out. Once again, it's your own stupid pride that's got you into this mess. Oh.
Hang on. What do you want?
I just wondered what Edna was after.
She came to grumble about Jarvis, but she also gave me some information about the boys that seems to confirm your story.
So now you know you can trust me. Maybe we can work on this together.
No, thanks. I can handle it myself. If you don't mind, it's a private call. Right, listen, Dean. I don't believe you're looking after the kids. You make a rotten nanny. So why don't you cut the flannel? I know the boys are up to summit. Start telling me the truth.
You've been drinking.
Been a bad day?
I know you're depressed, and I don't blame you, but we are going to get through this. Me, Dad, your mum, we're all behind you. We all believe in you.
Maybe that just makes us feel worse. More of a failure.
I'm trying to help you. What do you want us to do?
Leave me alone. Got to sort this out myself.
You got to give him some space.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's not easy. I've got our future to think about. I don't want to be married to a lame duck, Dad. Always having to be the strong one. Always having to carry him through everything.
I'm sorry I snapped at you earlier. I've just been under a lot of pressure lately.
Sounds like you can take Joseph on your rounds again.
I can always use an assistant.
Great.
Shame you have to go back to school soon.
I'd rather stay here.
Well, I'm hoping to sell the house and move on. We'd be going to New Zealand. It'd be a fresh start. You love it. You won't have to go away to school anymore, and you and me and Jean can live together like a proper family.
Face it, that's where his heart is now. And at his age, he should be sitting back and enjoying his grandchildren. So we're doing him a favour, really.
He's not going to see it like that, though, is he?
If we stick together, he can't stop us. So he's just going to have to get used to the idea, isn't he?
Bye-bye.
I really love those kids.
Let's hope they don't grow up like mine, plotting and scheming behind my back.
Have you decided what you're going to do?
Oh, I've already started making plans.
Can I help?
I don't need your help. This could be a long game. And when I strike back, it could surprise the lot of you.
I'm sorry I've been so difficult to live with these last few weeks.
Oh, like you said, you've been under a lot of pressure.
It's more than that. I've find it really hard to trust people. Ever since Chris died, I felt so alone up here. Like everyone's against me.
That's not true.
Just because you're paranoid, it doesn't mean they're not all out to get you. This place drove Dad and Chris to their deaths. Driven me out of my mind for a while.
So you've good reason to be careful who you trust.
But sometimes it means that you drive people away when you should be getting closer. Like you.
I haven't gone anywhere.
Yes, but you're not coming with me. Maybe if I'd treated you better, things might be different.
I never said I wouldn't come. But it's such a big step for me.
I know I'm asking you to give up a lot, but I can make up for that. We'd have a great time together. Do anything you want.
Tom, what do I have to do to convince you that I'm on your side?
It's a bit late for that.
But I didn't have to tell you about the boys. I took a huge risk.
Were you doing it for me or for yourself?
This is really what you want, isn't it? Home farm. Payback time. The chance to finally beat the Tates.
What's it got to do with you?
Supposing I can get it for you.
You've got no chance. I've told you, she'd never sell to one of us kings, and the one person in the world she hates more than me is you.
I'll find a way. I will. I like a challenge. And if I can pull this off...
If you can pull this off, well, you and me will become unstoppable.